What's up, everybody? Gravyboat Jones here, Gerald Allen, whatever you prefer. Here at the Sound Portal Studio for a off-script situation. We're going to do a little seared steak with some spring vegetables, right? So I'm going to pan sear this, pan roast the steak here in a pan, and I guess we'll just get started. I got all my mise en place here, and if you don't know what mise en place is, that's pretty much just having all your mess in place. So we're going to get started. I'm going to preheat my pan here, and while she's preheating, I'm going to salt my steak. Right here. So I got me a nice juicy boy here, nice big thick cut steak here. I'm just going to add a little salt to the top, and no pepper this time because I got a little special situation for the pepper supplement or substitute. There we go, that's the word I was looking for. But we're gonna heavy salt that steak on that side. Once we get in the pan, I can probably I'll salt it now again. Here we go. And I'll salt this side here. The steak's been resting or sitting out at room temperature for like 45 minutes. And we're just gonna wait for the pan to heat up. So I just like to let my steak warm to room temperature for about 45 minutes, sometimes an hour, depends upon how thick the steak is. We have some aromatics here, some garlic, some thyme and rosemary, butter as well for the basting. And we have a secret ingredient that we will reveal later on. But right now I'm just waiting for the pan to get hot. I made a mess on this table already. They're gonna boot me out here. They're not gonna ever let me come back in here again. But we'll figure that out later on. Don't tell Bill I spilled salt all over his floor. So now we got this pan ripping hot. It's at about 450 degrees, and that's probably about the optimal temp for me. A little bottle of grapeseed oil here. Just adding a little bit to the pan here to get a nice little sear. And we'll go ahead and add our steak in there. Now what I'm looking for is a nice browning, nice even browning here to create that Maillard reaction, because that's what everybody's looking for. That's what everybody goes off of. But I'm gonna flip this steak a couple times just to make sure that I have nice even browning throughout my cooking process. So we're gonna turn her down to about 450, and that's probably optimal for us. All right, I'm gonna go wash my hands. I'll be right back.
Welcome to Moon Tree Studios. This episode of Sound Portals is brought to you in partnership with Rum Cake Universe Hot Sauce. Taste the universe.
All right, I'm back, better than ever. Hands are all clean. We're gonna dress the steak now. We're gonna give her a little tilt. We're gonna tilt the fat back in the pan. Give the steak a little flipsy-do. I don't know if you can see that color that we're starting to build there on top, but she's getting there. In the meantime, in between time, we're gonna start with our salad base. This is just a very light spring lunch for the guys in the studio here while they're making music and doing God knows what. But we're gonna cut down this, I got some dandelion greens here. We're gonna cut these dandelion greens down, and we're gonna add these here to our bowl. These are ready to go. I'll cut a couple more off of here. Dandelion greens, you can go in your backyard and you can find these. That's where I got these from. Oh, I'm just joking. But you can find these in your backyard. So I got my dandelion greens in here. Steak is looking good. We're not too smoky. Got the greens in here. I'm gonna start working down on a carrot. I don't want to block what we got going on, but I got a carrot here. I'm gonna take the top off. And with this carrot, I'm going to use a mandolin to shave some of this carrot off into our salad. This is a little small ceramic mandolin that I use from time to time. Just trying to give our steak a little flipsy here. I'm gonna hit that backside where all that fat is, that fat cap. So, I'm just going to run this carrot down, this mandolin, just like this. Nice long ribbons of carrot. Like, don't be a hero here. You feel like the carrot's too small for you to slide down here, you don't want to cut your hand, get a new piece of carrot. This is just the one I keep in my bag. It works out pretty well for me. Little Kyocera mandolin, a little small one you can pop in your bag and utilize it any way you like. Back to this lovely steak. So we were on this side here. We're gonna go back to this side here. Clean up my board a little bit. So on the side we have our carrots, our dandelion greens, and now we're gonna go after a couple radishes. Now this is the time of year where, you know, a lot of chefs use a lot of radishes when they're making food. They want to use it to present with or plate up with. This is actually the time of year where radishes are actually cool to use. So we're gonna hit the mandolin again. We got a couple radishes in there. Look, 1 radish, 2 radish, 3 radish, they go a pretty long way. So again, like I said, you don't have to be like me or do anything crazy. Don't be a hero. Don't try and shave off too much radish. Shave off a fingertip. Just buy more radish, should be all right. And those little odds and end pieces, you can turn around and eat those. They're delicious as well. Back onto that fat cap side, and then we're gonna go back over to the other side. So, in this bowl, I have my dandelion greens, the radish, the carrot, all mixed in. We're gonna add a little herb mix that we made earlier. Those are chive batons, a little dill, a little flat leaf parsley. Can't go wrong with that. Nothing screams spring like a gang of herbs. And this is gonna make up a lot of the mix. A lot of the mix. So now that we have that in there, we're pretty much set. Real quick, easy to do salad, doesn't take much. Just finding really good fresh ingredients. And we're just waiting on the steak. Back over to this side. And we're looking for like, it depends on how you like it. Rare, mid-rare, medium, or well done. Well done's gonna take a little bit more time. But for us here, we're probably like toeing the line of like rare, mid-rare is a salad. So we're gonna really add some great ingredients to kind of round this thing off, to kind of highlight some of the things that we do around here. So in this bowl here, this bowl I have a little bit of sour cream and mayo. These are real easy to do. Just crack open a tub of sour cream and crack open, not crap open, but crack open. Here you go, crap open sounds great too. Crack open a can of mayo or a bottle of mayo. And what we do from here is, all right, we got these two. We're gonna add a little bit of funk, right, by way of fish sauce. Fish sauce is funky. I got a crew here. My man, you wanna smell this and let everybody know what it smells like?
Smells like success.
I like that. So we're gonna add a little bit of success. There's a little bit of red boat fish sauce to our salad dressing here, right? So we're gonna give it a little mix. Steak is coming along nicely. We're gonna add these radishes in there. Now, as we add these radishes, they're gonna start to blister and char up, and they're gonna start to cook themselves here, and that's exactly what we want. We do also have some peas and asparagus that we're gonna add a little bit later. We're gonna let the residual heat from that pan kind of cook those items through. But for the most part, bang, we've essentially made this base, right? And then from that base, I add this this ranch powder that I make, right? It's got a gang of stuff in there. Can't tell you exactly what's in there, but some of the same ingredients from here are actually in there, just in dehydrated form. So what we'll do is we'll add a little bit of this ranch powder in there. A lot of it. Almost all of it. No, we're not gonna add all of it. But we could. It's really that good. So this is my ranch powder. It's got smoked ramps in there. That's one of the secret ingredients. So there you go. I gave you a hint of what's in there. So bang, there's our dressing for our salad. Real simple, real easy. Doesn't take much. We're gonna give this steak another flip, but this time we're gonna flip it on the side that we have not cooked yet. Our steak is almost ready. We're going to add our aromatics, which is a piece of this here butter. We're gonna turn the heat down a little bit. Turning the heat down to about medium. We're gonna add this clove of garlic. Add that clove of garlic in there. Gonna add these aromatics, which are rosemary and thyme. Gonna add that to the butters. And garlic side. Cleaning my board off as I go here. I want to make a mess. I want to get invited back here, so I don't want to do anything messy to not get invited back here to this great space. Steak is cooling. It's rested. It's getting a little heat on that side. These radishes are almost RTG, which is ready to go. We're gonna baste. We'll baste our steak now. That melted butter. We'll just collect all these great goodies and sit them on this backside here. And since we didn't really agitate the pan too much, our radishes are really starting to char and brown up. So I'm just gonna baste this steak, get a little tilt, get all the fat, lean into one side. I'm gonna get these herbs submerged in that butter that's there. We're looking good. We're looking really good. Looking good. We're just gonna let her do her thing here. We're gonna add this asparagus and our peas here in a moment, as we're gonna pull this off the heat, and then we're gonna add the asparagus and peas and just kind of let those kind of warm up through. And then we'll dress our salad. And I like where we're at.